Hello there, this is Ryan Joseph Volpine Marketing coming at you live here from my office. Today we're going to be going over how to submit a website to Google Search Console. Now Google Search Console is a free tool that's provided by Google that essentially you can go and you can submit your website and just have Google come crawl it, be aware that it exists, and you essentially say, hey Google, where should this website fall in Google search results? Now it's a pretty powerful tool and there's a lot of opportunity within the platform, but I won't be getting into that. Today, I'm essentially just going to be coming in and adding a website that we recently created to Google Search Console and kind of walking through that process of what we do and what I would recommend in the process. So here's the new website here, judofit.com, judo-fit.com. Looks good. It's a home workout taught by an actual martial artist. It incorporates a lot of different movements that are actually helpful in the conditioning of the sport of judo. So really, really cool product that Jana Van Whitbeck has created. So definitely check it out. So we've created this new website. We want Google to know that one, it exists, and we want it to show up in Google search results. So we create our websites on WordPress exclusively. So here in the back end of WordPress, we added a plugin called Yoast Seo. So if you don't know Yoast, if you don't have it on the website, there's also some alternatives out there that are called Rank Math or Yoast Seo, like this one. There's a lot of options that are out there. Yoast is just kind of one that we're familiar with and what we're going to use for the example, but a lot of them are very, very similar in the way they operate and the way that you can set them up. But if you don't have it and you have a brand new WordPress website, pardon this wonky little sidebar, one of our web designers really likes color, so she made it look all weird. So your backend probably doesn't look quite as exciting as this one. But if you don't have it on your website yet, go ahead and go to plugins, go ahead and go to add new, and then search for Yoast Seo. You should find it, activate it, install it, get it going on your website. But once you have it installed, click on it there in the left-hand side bar, and it should take you to this place where you can come in here. Now the features tab, there's a bunch of these different things that you can turn off and on. There's the readability and analysis, the SEO analysis, and it can kind of just give you some different feedback on the content that you've created. One of the things that I like, one of the features that's really important to this process is creating this XML sitemap. So you can toggle this on and off as you wish. Make sure that it's on if you're going to be doing this process of submitting it to Google Search Console. What an XML sitemap is basically an overview of your website's content that you're submitting to Google to just say, hey, just be aware that this exists. So the way that you find it, if you have this installed and it's operating on your website, the way where you go find this is your website.com/sitemap_index.xml, right? Sitemap_index.xml. And that will take you to the sitemaps of the sitemaps. And then from there, if you have a bunch of posts on your website, or if you have a bunch of pages, you can come in here and you can kind of see the skeleton of the website. And there's kind of all the pages that we have on here. So pretty awesome, looks great, right? So that's kind of what we want to be doing, is just submitting this portion to Google Search Console. So the way that we're going to do it, you can come in here into the back end of Google Search Console. It's a really cool and really robust tool that I won't be covering all the details of what it can do here, other than just how to get it verified in Google Search Console and get a sitemap submitted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to add property. And the property that I'm going to add is judo-fit.com. So whatever your website is. Now go ahead and remove all of the HTTPS or www or whatever. What this is going to do is it's actually going to save, or it's going to verify this property based on the overall domain, not necessarily the specific prefixes. But if you wanted to, if you only wanted to have the www version in there or the HTTPS version or whatever, you can go ahead and you can do this method here and it will work as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit continue. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to give me kind of this opportunity to sign in based on wherever we have it submitted, right? So what you need to do is we're going to verify this in the DNS settings. So here's a bunch of different, this is a text record that we're going to be adding to the DNS settings. So I'm going to go ahead and hit copy, and that's going to take me to there. Now, what we use for our websites, we use Cloudflare. It's a pretty good tool, but wherever your domain name settings are, that's where you'll go to be able to edit this. So I'm already logged in to our DNS setting here in Cloudflare. So I'm going to go ahead and just hop in here. And I'm here in Judo Fit. As you can see here, we have the A record, the C name, all that good stuff there. So we're good to go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit add record. And the record type that I'm going to add is text, or TXT right there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop that in there. And then for this particular one using Cloudflare, I'm just going to paste that content directly in here. So I just added that in there. And then I think we should be pretty good to go as far as this is concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And that should be pretty much everything I need to do. It's in there. And then there's the verification code. So I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, Google, come take a look at this. Just let me know if you're seeing this code up in the domain name settings, up in that text record is what it's called. So I'm going to hit verify, checking verification. Looks like it worked. Awesome. So success. And this is a good way to do it because gaining ownership of the property of the entire domain is a great way because you get all the different versions of it, the www version, the HTTP version, the HTTPS version, all of them. So this is just definitely a good way to kind of go about doing that. Now when I come in here, it's a brand new property. I don't really have any information in here, not too surprising. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here once again to the left-hand side. I'm going to hit Sitemaps. And what I'm going to do is I am going to submit this URL here, the sitemap of sitemaps. I'm going to submit that to Google Search Console. So coming back in here, enter my new sitemap URL, submit, and now it's going through the process there of kind of crawling that website. So success, it's been submitted. Now what's going to happen over time is Google is going to come, they're going to actually crawl this, and they're going to go through this process. Like right now it says there's 0 discovered URLs because of course this is a brand new thing. But later I should be able to come back and have some information there. It'll help me understand like how many impressions the different pages having, how many clicks the different pages are having, what keywords people are finding your website in, and all that kind of good stuff. So a lot of really good opportunity for you here in Google Search Console. But this is how you do it. And this is how you submit a new website to Google Search Console and a new sitemap to Google Search Console using the DNS verification method on a WordPress website. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. God bless.